Good afternoon, friends. We are learning our subject data mining 3160714, and in that we are learning chapter 3, that is concept description and association rule mining. Right? Concept description we have talked of, right? Then we can say concept hierarchy generation, that is also we have seen. This is a typical example of it, right? Automatic concept hierarchy generation and its exception also we have seen, right? Then we can say data characterization, discrimination, summarization, then data cube approach, that is roll up and drill down. Then after we can say that using this count, sum, average, max, this functions, as well as for attribute oriented induction, that is we can say attribute removal or generalization. For generalization also we have talked of this, right? Threshold as well as we can say generalization operator should be available for that attribute. Relevance measures we have seen, right? Whether to consider that attribute for further processing or not, right? Association rule mining, that is we want to have the associations between the items and we want to have the rules through which we can say that if this item is purchased, other item will also be purchased, right? So bread butter example we have taken, market basket data analysis, the model, the example, and we have seen this, that was support and confidence, right? So again showing you this because this is what is required throughout the chapter. So support is equal to X union Y, that is for two items we are considering. X union Y, both should be available, not should, must be available. Their count we need to have, and N is the number of transactions, right? Okay. And confidence is X union Y dot count divide by X dot count. That is the first item, right? If we consider X here, see if we are taking X union Y or Y union X, it doesn't matter, right? But in denominator, if we are taking X dot count or Y dot count, it matters, right? So X implies Y and Y implies X is not same, right? The rule what we are talking of, X implies Y and Y implies X is not similar, right? So this equation you can keep in your notebook because we need to calculate the sum, right? So write that in your notebook. Support is equal to X union Y dot count upon N, and confidence is equal to X union Y dot count upon X dot count. Okay, લખી રાખો કેમ કે જરૂરત પડશે. બરાબર. Proceed. Okay. Okay. So goals and key features. Goal is find all rules that satisfy the user specified minimum support and minimum confidence. For checking whether the item or item set is frequent or not, we should check for minimum support, and whether the rule is accepted or not, we should check for the minimum confidence, right? Okay, so that's what we are talking of. Key features are completeness, that is find all rules, no target items on the right hand side, mining with the data on the hard disk, not in the memory but in the hard disk. What do we mean to say that? If we are considering in the memory, that means the small data is there. In RAM, how much data can be, right? But what we are saying is mining the data which is there on the hard disk. That means very good amount of data is there. That is there in terabytes or petabytes of data, right? So that's why it has been said that we need to mine the data which is there on the hard disk and not in the memory. Memory means RAM. Okay. Or you can say hard disk is also memory only, right? So we are talking of main memory, not in main memory. Now let us consider this example, right? See, here the transaction IDs are given. Right hand side table is there. This way only the things will be given to you. And the items for that particular transaction. This way it will be given to you, right? Minimum support will be given to you. Minimum confidence will be given to you. Fine. That also will be given to you. And then we need to find the associations, rules, and their acceptability, right? Whether they are accepted or not. Fine. Okay. So let us start and find the support first of all. This table, right? Item set, a collection of one or more items. That is, we can say milk, bread, jam. So K item set, that means an item set that contains K items. This is known to us, right? This is not all, right? All I haven't said. This is just example, right? Okay. It is not calculating for this. This is only example. So we can consider all the terms which we have already seen, right? Okay. Support count. Now let's see this. Frequency of occurrence of an item set. Let us consider milk and bread. Milk and bread. Let us check it out here. Bread is there, milk is there, right? The count is 1. Here bread and milk is there. So count is 2. Here only bread is there. So no need to consider. Here milk is there. No need to consider. Here milk and bread. So we need to consider. So count is 3. Here only milk. Here also is milk. And here nothing is there. So count of milk and bread is 3. Whether it is frequent or not, this combo is frequent or not, how can we say? Yes, it should be greater than or equal to the minimum support. Just now it is not given. Let me say that it is equal to 2. Minimum support count is equal to 2 is given to you. So you can say that combo of milk and bread is frequent because it is greater than or equal to the minimum. Fine. Okay. That way, let us say about soda and chips. So let us check it out. See, you understand the things, but let me show you for at least this example. Then after you can calculate it very easily yourself. Okay. So soda and chips. Soda, chips not available. Soda and chips. So count is 1. Soda and chips. Count is 2. Soda, only soda is there. Soda and chips. Count is 3. Soda and chips. Count is 4. Soda only, no chips. So count is 4. Right? Whether it is frequent or not. Yes, because I said you that minimum support count what is required is 2, right? So it is greater than or equal to that 2 and that is why that combo is required. Got it? Fine. Now, support. This is what we have found was the support count. This is what we have found that was the support count. Now what we want to find is support. You have written the equation of it, right? It is saying that support count divided by n. It is the number of transactions, right? So whether support count is given or support is given, that you need to check it. Right? Okay. So now say support you want to find. So for that, what we can say is for milk and bread is support count is 3. Right? We have already counted that. It is 3 and divided by number of transactions. The total number of transactions given are 8. So 3 divided by 8. This is support. This is support. When we say support count, it means only the count of the combo of those items. Right? So have the difference in your mind. Support means union count divided by total number of transactions, that is for the support. And only count, that means union count. Fine. Okay. So have the things in your mind. So same way, if we want to have for soda and chips, it is 4 by 8, right? 4 is the count and 8 is number of transactions, right? Now frequent item set, that means an item set whose support is greater than or equal to minimum support threshold, right? So always should we consider that only. If the minimum support is given, then you should check it out for support is greater than minimum support. Support is greater than or equal to minimum support. But if the support count is given, that is for minimum support count. If it is given, then you should check it out for support count is greater than or equal to minimum support count. Right? So what is given in the problem statement, read properly and then work accordingly. Right? Do not take tension, okay? એક્ઝામ છે એટલે આમ ડરી જાય એનાથી કોઈ દિવસ કંઈ થતું નથી. આપણે એટલા જ આન્સર લખવાના છે જેટલા આપણને આવડે છે, બરાબર છે? જો મગજ શાંત હશે તો જે નહીં આવડતું હશે એમાં પણ આપણું મગજ અપ્લાય કરીને લખી શકે, રાઈટ? સો શાંતિથી વાંચવાનું ને કામ કરવાનું. એનો મતલબ એવો નથી કે 3 કલાક સુધી એક જ ક્વેશ્ચન વાંચે. સમજાય ને? યુ કેન અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડ, રાઈટ? ઓકે. મેડમે કીધેલું શાંતિથી વાંચજે એટલે એક ક્વેશ્ચન 3 કલાક સુધી વાંચ્યા કરે. હવે લખે હું ભાઈ, right? So take care of it. Now see, what is association rule? That we say that it should be X implies Y. Association rule is X implies Y, right? So bread implies butter, bread implies milk, something like that should be there. Now when can we say? See, I can say any rule, but is it acceptable? That we need to check it out, and for that we should check whether the confidence of a particular rule is greater than or equal to the minimum confidence. What is the formula of confidence? Say X union Y dot count divided by X dot count, right? That is the confidence formula, right? So that's what we should check it out. So what we can say is the support S, that means what? Fraction of transactions that contain both X and Y. And for confidence, we can say measures how often items in Y appear in transactions that contain X. Fine. Okay. So let us say that for support bread and milk, we have already considered that in previous slide. That was 3 by 8. Right? We have seen that. Here it was 3 by 8, right? This was support. Now, if you want to find the confidence of bread implies milk, then we can say confidence of bread implies milk. That means support of this bread and milk divided by support of bread, right? Or its count, right? If we consider support, that means in denominator we'll be having number of transactions. If we consider that way, then also it will be cancelled, because above also we are having the same thing, below also we are having the same, right? So it will be cancelled. So either you consider support count of that divided by X dot count, or otherwise we can say that support of that and divide by support of X. That is union support divided by X dot count, right? You can consider that. So here you can say, if you are writing the support, then we can say 3 by 8 divided by 4 by 8. 4 by 8 is the count of bread. We want bread implies milk. So here the union should be there. In numerator, we should have the union count or union support divided by, we can say, the first item support. First item is bread here. So we'll be considering support of bread. So this will be 3 by 8 divided by 4 by 8. Now you can say, if I write 3 by 8 divided by 4 by 8, or otherwise if I do not write this by 8 in numerator as well as denominator, will it be fine? Yes, because number of transactions will remain same, right? So no need to consider. So we can say support count of bread and milk divided by support count of bread. That is the first item. Before first item, that means if we are having say A comma B implies C, then first item madam એ તો કીધેલું એટલે A જ લેવાનું. No, not like that. Before implication sign, whatever things are there, that count we need to consider as the denominator. બરાબર છે? Okay. So here we can say it is 3 by 4 and that is equal to 0.71. Okay. So these are the basic things which we are considering. Then after we'll take the whole example and we'll consider that as well as how to do the association rule mining, how the rules created means from which are the frequent items and from which items to which items will be having the rules, that also will be deriving through the algorithm. Okay, these are the basic things we learn. Support and confidence, for that what we can say is this circle is for say customer buys bread, this red circle is there for say customer buys milk, and this is the intersection where we can say customer buys both, right? This we can understand. Now what is the goal? Given a set of transaction T, the goal of association rule mining is to find all rules having support greater than or equal to minimum support and confidence greater than or equal to minimum confidence threshold. Right? So we can say bread and jam. For that, bread and jam implies say milk. So what will be support? Well, what will be the confidence? कहाँ से आया ये? From this, right? So it will be this way, right? You can see here, you can count it later. I am just telling you, here say two items are there, bread and jam, and here we are having milk. So for finding the confidence of this rule, we should say that support count of bread union jam divided by support count of all. No, what I have said is wrong. मैं बेज item बोली, right? What we should say is, if we want to find the confidence of these rules, so we can say union of this and this should be there. So support count of bread, jam and milk, union of all these three should be there and divided by support count of bread and jam. Right? Because two items are there before implication sign. So we need to consider two. Fine? Now, mining association rules. So we know that if we are saying X implies Y, that means support of X union Y dot count divided by X dot count. This is what we have seen. But Y implies X, that is support of X union Y divided by Y, right? The count of them. So you can see the difference, right? So X implies Y and Y implies X is not C. Bread लेगा वो butter लेगा, हाँ ठीक है, but butter लेगा वो bread लेगा, that is not, right? So that's what we need to consider. Now mining association rules, that is two-step approach. Frequent item set generation, that means generate all item sets whose support is greater than or equal to the minimum sum, right? That is, it should have at least this one, right? Rule generation, that means generate high confidence rules from frequent item sets. Each rule is a binary partitioning of a frequent item. What do we mean to say? Rule generation. Rule generation, that means we'll consider two frequent items and we'll try to have rule between them. Two frequent items are there. Now let us try to consider the third frequent item. try to have the combo of them. If with 3 also we are having the things, try to have the 4th item, which is also frequent. Try to have the combination of that. That is, you can say iterative process, isn't it? Longer process, but that we will see, right? And through that, we'll be driving the rules, right? That you need to implement also, and you need to calculate the example also, right? Frequent item set generation is computationally expensive, right? So what are the applications? Market basket analysis. That is, since long we are talking about, right? For that, we can say we need to have the association rules, right? Then we can say telecommunication. Each customer is a transaction containing this set of phone calls. So what? For fraud detection, this can be used. Just now, say I am having my phone calls records in such a way that I am calling only Indian people. Tomorrow it may happen that I am trying to get admission in, say, foreign university, or otherwise I got my friend who is working in foreign countries. So it may happen that my phone calls will also be there for the foreign countries, right? Fine. So is it fraud or not? अब मेरा खुद का फोन है भाई, मैं किसी को भी कॉल करूं, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? इट इज नथिंग लाइक दैट. Telecommunication companies will check. Normally it was for Indian people only. Suddenly the calls are increased for foreign countries. Now what's the reason? Now who will say the reason other than me? Can anyone say? Nobody, right? So what they will do is they will inform me that these calls are being increased for foreign countries. Are you the real person who is doing this? Or your phone is hacked, your number is hacked, and other persons are doing this? It also can happen, right? So when the different behavior comes, what we can say is other than the normal behavior, that is typically we used to say it as outlier. When all the data is in this group and 2 3 are away from that normal behavior, then they are said as the outlier, right? They are not part of the normal behavior data. आपकी class में all students are very nice and 2 3 are only bunking or doing say other activities, then they are called the outlier, right? So there the suspicious thing can be that. So there can be the fraud. It is not, it is fraud only. It can be, right? So if you are being informed, you can take care of it. That no, I am only calling outside. So then okay. But if your phone is hacked, then you can do take the actions accordingly, right? It happens that say I am having the credit card. Okay. Typically, normally, whatever I'm purchasing, small things are there. Suppose marriage is there in my family, so I must purchase some more things, costly jewelries, costly or branded clothes that I may purchase. So, what will happen that it is different from my normal behavior, right? So it may happen that this new transactions, that is my different behavior, is matching with that of the stolen credit cards. अब कोई बंदा कार्ड चुराएगा तो टिपिकली क्या करेगा? उसको यूज करेगा मतलब किस चीज के लिए यूज करेगा? ज्यादा से ज्यादा पैसा मिल जाए उस तरीके से. So maybe say branded clothes, jewelry, or cars, such things that person will try to purchase, isn't it? So stolen cars also is having the history, and that history is there with the bank, right? So they will try to match that history with your current purchase, and if some problem is there, they will notify. आप बोलोगे नहीं नहीं ठीक है भाई कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, तो वो फिर आपको प्रॉब्लम नहीं परचेज करने देगा. अदरवाइज इट कैन बी दी प्रॉब्लम, राइट? It can be the problem. Fine. Okay, so that we need to consider. Okay, so these are few applications. Telecommunication, credit cards or banking services, medical treatments, basketball, game analysis, right? In all these applications and many more, we can use the association rule mining, right? That's all for today.